Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farm Manager 2018. We've got a whole load of bales over here, and we've got a trailer collecting them up. We've got a tractor down here that is busy doing some baling. We've got a combine over there that is harvesting. We've got a combine over there that is harvesting. We've got a field of strawberries that are growing. We've got a field of raspberries that are growing. We've got a field of cucumbers that are being harvested. However, we have a slight issue with the cucumbers. We will get to that in just a moment. I just wanted to have a look at all of these. Look at all of these bales. This is absolutely fantastic. And this is something in particular that I like. The tractor going along in the field, picking up all the bales. This looks absolutely awesome. And they're doing a good job of gathering them all up as well. So we'll let that one just come up this way. I'm curious what's going to happen with the straw once it's all gathered in. Because, I mean, if we click on... You can't actually click on the tractor at all. You just... What are you doing to that poor trailer? No, that's not how you treat it. That is not how you do it. That is absolutely not how you do it. We will pan round on this. This is heartbreaking. This is not the way that you treat these types of machines. They're going to come over here, grab the last one. I think once she's got this bale here, she'll be... Oh no, it's 2 more bales. No! Stop doing that. That is not the right way to do this. And another one. Oh. What are you doing to it now? Serious? Oh, this is brilliant. It's taking a lot to actually run the game now. There is some strain on the game, and you know, everything else is sort of going with it. Right, that one's got a day left, and then that one will be ready to go. Oh, that one's still running down there, the oats. So there's going to be more straw to bale. This one over here is still going. We're going to go and look at some of the other stuff in just a moment. I've got Cole's straw there to bale up. That's not going to take too long. It's this trailer. It's this trailer here. I want to see what's going to happen. It's just this animal's ready for breeding. I've got strawberries over here that are ready to harvest. So if I just do that and autofill, accept. And then let's go back over here and see what they're doing with the straw. I might actually just speed this up just a little bit. Let them come back. So the combine is finished. That one's going to park up. That's fine. That's what we'd expect. 190 strawberries have been harvested. That would be 190 kilos of strawberries. There we go. 12,870. So we got 12,000 on there. There's the field of rye is now ready, so let's slow this back down again, and we will go to here, and we will go to machines, and we will autofill everything. Reaper for yes, that's perfect. Accept, and that field is now going to be combined. That field is being gathered. This field here, it looks like they're not going to bother doing that, so I need to gather that straw in a minute. The baling has finished, so I can go to this one, and I can get that one being baled, so I'll autofill there. And Madison Shepherd is going to go and do that. Now, the issue that we've got is that over here we've got a lot less people picking cucumbers than we originally had. And I don't really know what's going on here, but the cucumbers are still being picked. Now, over in here I've got 118,000 kilos of cucumbers that we'll need to do something with. I've got 15,000 kilos of strawberries, and that's about it. Now, there was a bloke in here that we wanted to get rid of, Ruben Rose. I wanted to get rid of him, and I can't release him. Why can't I release you? Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to go in here. We couldn't last time, because what you need to do is you, hang on, no. Go in here. Sometimes it won't let you actually do this. You clear. Right, so now I've gotten rid of him, I can choose somebody else, and I'm going to take Robin Clark in there. So then I can go back over to here, and Ruben Rose, I'm going to release him from my employment. So he's gone, and now we've got raspberries and strawberries being turned into frozen fruit here, and that's working quite nicely. That's doing really well now. Strawberries, we are going to have to be careful though. We can store the frozen fruit for quite a while, but the non-frozen fruit, it doesn't last very long. We do have to be quite careful that we don't accidentally have fruit going bad. That one's fine. So yeah, we've got a few strawberries there that we've got to deal with. And raspberries and strawberries are both being done over here. We've currently got 3 employees in this one. 500 kilos of strawberries and nothing else. Right, this field here, they were busy working in there. I was getting them to plant some more stuff. Now, the big issue that we've got is that there's nobody in there and there's nobody in there. This house over here, we've only got 1 person, and this house over here, we've got 15 people. Everybody has left our employment. They've done some jobs, and then they've just gone. They've up sticks and left. So I've got 24 over here and 24 over here. That's fine. But I've got a lot of people missing over here. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to hire, but this time we're not going to worry about doing just the 5s. We're going to get 4s and 5s because it's completely random, and if you just get the 5s, we found that it takes too long, so it's not really worth the bother. So if I go down through like that, and then I can go back here, and you can just keep going through, and it will fill the houses up one at a time. So even if you've got several houses to fill, you just keep clicking on the same one, and it tends to dump the people in other houses. So there's some 4s and 5s, and a 5, and a 4, and another. So, oh, and 2 more there, and another one. See, loads of 4s. 4s do seem to be far more common than the 5s, and I think it's probably just because it's easier to get to, you know, nearly absolutely wonderful rather than being completely absolutely wonderful. There's a slight difference between the two. There's a slight difference between good and perfect, and well, it only appears to be a slight difference on paper, but the going from the good to the perfect bit, that's where the real work comes in. That's the real difficulty. So we get those in there. How are we doing for people? I got 24 in that one. I got 1 in that one. I got 24 in that one, and none in this one. So we'll go around and we'll do that again. 1 more lot, I think. It ought to keep us going for a bit. 5 and a 4 and a 4. There's a couple more 4s there. Several more, actually. I know that this game is starting to sort of strain my system a little bit. Well, not so much about strain the system, and it is taking quite a bit out of it now because of the number of employees that we have running around on the map, and I think that is making a significant difference. And we've got a load more straw coming in, we got coals coming in. Let's go through and do another round of hirings. I think I said that I wasn't going to do another round, but I'm going to do it anyway. Grab that one, and there. Is there any more? Oh, there's one. And another 5. Excellent. And a 4. And a 4. And that'll do. Right. So what I want to do is I actually want to come over here and I want to cancel that. Yes, I want to interrupt that harvesting. Because I don't think we got enough people here now. I think that we've actually got a reduced number of people who are busy doing this harvesting. So we're going to let them do whatever they're going to do. I'm also slightly concerned that they're all just going to leave employment. Yeah, I think they are. I think they're actually leaving employment. To be honest, I don't actually know. I've got no idea on that front. Now, we want to come down to here. How are we doing in the warehouse? I've got strawberries in here, but I don't have any raspberries. I don't have any frozen raspberries. I don't have any raspberries anywhere. Okay, 325 strawberries. That would have been from the greenhouse over there. Now, we're just on standard speed at the moment. I'm going to go back to selling. Now, strawberries, we've got 500. Altogether, wow. I got 28 tons of strawberries. They get me 360,000 monies, which is quite a slice. I'd be happy with that, except that we're going to go for 25,000. I'm going to sell 25,000 strawberries, and the rest we will keep hold of for a minute so that we can process them. The cucumbers, I'm going to sell all of them for another 400,000 monies. That's beautiful. That is a thing of beauty. Okay, so if I've got all that, I was thinking about buying another combine, but I don't need to worry about that now. I've got this frozen food factory. I don't really need to worry about building another one of those. I would like to build another one of these. So we're going to get that one underway a minute. We're going to start building that one. Here. Not garages. No. Storage. Let's try that one. There we go. Right. I'll rotate that one round. And I'm going to put that one right up against that wall there. Or that road there. That's going to be the perfect spot for it, I think. we'll put that one in there. And then this field over here is still under harvesting, but that's because this tractor hasn't yet gone away. I'm going to speed it up ever so slightly. This field here is almost done now. She's on her way back, so we'll be able to collect the straw from this field next. That one will be done baling soon, which means I don't actually have any other fields ready for baling yet, so we will have to wait on that one. There goes those bales into there. Now, how much space have we got in this shed? 52,000. I got loads of straw coming in, which means that the person over here who's making silage is going to be making a vast quantity of silage from the straw that we've got here. If I look into the warehouse, 193. Yeah, I could just make silage out of straw. I don't know why I don't do that, actually, now that I think about it, because the grass and crops, I'll take those out, and I'll just make silage out of straw, because if you look, not the barn, cows, their allowed food is grass, silage, crops, so they eat up the grass and crops. And then sheep over here, their allowed food, crops and grass. I don't know what crops are. I don't know what actually constitutes crops, but the silage here, we can make silage out of, I don't know what this 50%. I'll go 100% like that. 35 kilos, oh I see, right, 35 kilos of grass gives you 125 units of silage. 35 kilos of crops gives you 87 units of silage, and 35 kilos of straw gives 62. So you don't quite double it up to make silage. But this is what we're going to do. We're going to just make silage here with the straw now, rather than using any of the rest of it. So we will just autofill that one. Accept. There we go. I've been speeding through time, and I forgot to put this one going. So we go back to the harvest, we'll go to machines, and we'll autofill. You know, I don't think I was overdoing it with the number of people here. Oh, yes, I was. I had far fewer people in there than I actually needed. You can see by that I had far less people on that field the last time round, so that's fine. I'm quite happy that we've done that. I made the right choice. Now, that baling is all finished. Well, if this baling here is finished, I'll get this one. I'll go machines and autofill accept. So she will start bringing those in. I don't think I need... Oh, actually, we got baling we can do in here. So we can go there and autofill that one. So Allegra can go and do the baling. And then we've got... So we just got to bring the straw in, mostly. Can I collect straw with people? Will they be able to bring in bales? We'll have a look at that. We'll see if people can... We'll do it with that field there. We'll see if people can bring in the bales. Now, we've got 2024. For the colza is 2022. But we got a little while on it. We do have quite a lot of crops here now. There is quite a substantial amount of crops. I think, really, the only thing that we don't want is the mill. The mill didn't seem to be very profitable at all. I mean, I can go back and have a look. If we have a look in the market a minute and go here, it was the flowers, seeds and plants, foliage, animals, production here. Now, we got butter, corn flour there. The price has changed. I think the price has changed a bit. 3.7. Rye flour there. That's 2. And then the other one was the wheat flour. That one was 1.8. I don't know. I genuinely don't know at the moment if we should have a mill or not. I'm kind of thinking that maybe we should have a mill and we should be running one. I could put a mill, actually, I could put one over here, because that area there I'm not really going to do a great deal with. We've got, all our crops are in that bin. They're all stored in there. I mean, I could just move the mill down here, and then they'll put the finished product into these barns. And I could have the mill employees over here. That could work. That could actually work. We've got this huge, great big one over here. Let's see how big the mill is and how much it's going to cost us. If we go to... not product. No, we want to go to this one. So we've got a big milk processing plant, slaughterhouse juice, frozen food, milk, slaughter. The mill. Oh, so there is only one mill. There's only one size of mill. Right. Well, if we take this one, it's not actually very big, so maybe it would be. Can I fit it on here? I cannot fit it there. but I could put it here. Close enough there, I could... I think that we might actually try this. We'll see. I'll have to move it up there. I can move it closer a little bit. It's close here to the silo. The only thing that we're going to want, really, is a small storage. In order to be able to... Yeah, so I got a barn there, seeds, plants, and hay. Seeds, plants, dry goods. So yeah, a small warehouse here. No, the small warehouse would go right here, actually. We'll go across there, but it will go there. Let's drop that one in. Perfect. I don't actually need that well. I could have just moved it along a little bit and gotten rid of the well. I'm hoping it'll be alright. Okay, so we've got those two there. And if I come over this way, how are we doing with some of the rest of this stuff? So I've got colza on this field now. I'm hoping that that means that these guys are going to be fine. Now, I was advised that if I preemptively spray my fields against all the three different the weeds and the... Basically just go and spray all of them. It'll keep the crop quality up, and you won't get these problems coming up. So I'm thinking that the strawberries and the raspberries, I won't worry about it this season. But I will do it next season. I will go through and I will... Let's just bring in another tractor in there. Yeah, I'll go through and I'll make sure that I spray both of these fields with every spray that we can get, so that we don't have any, like, serious issues. Now, let's just speed things along a bit, because we've been sort of sat here for a while. I've got a brand new barn there. That's brilliant. That one's ready to go, which means that we should be getting a load of cucumbers going in there. That one's not ready yet. There is... Somebody said there was a thing here. I can... What's the pin? Where am I pinning it? I'm looking around. I don't see anything to pin. What about that? That just shows me where it is. And if I do that... No, I don't want to do that. There was a thing here. Maybe it is the pin thing. Right, let's not worry about it for a minute then. So soil moisture is coming back up. The crop quality has deteriorated a little bit. We have had some sprays and stuff that have needed to go in there. We've got this. This one's still empty. Although he's now going to have some cucumbers put into it. We've got 23 tons there. Okay, this is good. We've got good stuff going on here. The combine has now finished. The rye is done. So I'm going to need 3. I think it's 3 that I need for the mill. Let's just... still under construction. I think it was 3 that we needed for the mill. Can I... No, I don't want to build another employee's house yet. I got 3 in there. I got none in that one. I got 4 there and 4 there. So no, we got plenty of room for people to live at the mill. We'll just wait until it's built. There we go. And then I can slow it down a little bit just while we start this off. Oh, it's only 2. It's only 2 people. Right. So I will go to here and I will hire... And now I need somebody with production. I would prefer production and strength. I think that is a good combination to get. There we go. There's one person with production and strength. You are going to go and live in... Not that one. To that one there. We'll put you into that one there. And, oh, there's tractor driving and strength. Plain strength on their own. No, we don't want any plain strength on their own. Plain production. Several with plain production. None with production and strength. You can train... I was told that you can't actually train new traits into people. You've only got the traits that they start with. There is no possible way at the moment... Oh, there we go. There's another production and strength. That's perfect. That's what I want. Okay. Employee house number 5. They're going to go into there. So I've got 2 people in here. I'm going to take each of these and I'm going to train them up to maximum. This is our standard procedure now. We train them up. It doesn't... As long as we get the traits that we want, the traits we want. Yes, the traits we want. So long as we get the traits we want, we will invest everything that we can. So I can autofill those 2. Perfect. Look at that. Theodore and George Murray. Now, current production, wheat, rye, and corn. They get plus 25%. I take 100 kilos of each of these, and it makes into those. If I do that like that, there, I can make all 3 of them. And we'll see if this is... worthwhile. I'm thinking that it feels a little bit more balanced. It seems like the prices that we sell the corn flour and stuff have gone up slightly. When we were working it out before, it didn't really feel like it was a balanced result, but it does sort of seem like we'd get a better yield out of it now. A better profit out of it, I should say. And then we can come... Oh, no! One thing we need to do. Training. We haven't actually set any training going for quite a while. So let's go back to training. Unlock the 3rd level of the building for pigs. Reduce the price of buildings by 30%. Slows the wear of machines. We'll do that one there. Reduce the price of buildings, because we're about to embark on an even bigger expansion where we're going to be building some quite large machines and factories. Now, we've got a small milk processing plant. I want a big milk processing plant. And I'm also thinking that a bigger frozen fruit factory would actually be pretty cool. We could try doing that. Now, greenhouses. Are we able to build bigger greenhouses? I would very much like to build bigger It doesn't look like we can. It looks like that is as big as it gets with the greenhouses. If we could build bigger ones, that'd be so much better. I don't know. It doesn't look like we've got the ability to do that. I can build the seeds and seedlings. Produces a seed. I don't know if that's a sort of a very profitable enterprise. Slaughterhouse there, we don't need to worry about that one for a while. And the juice factory, we don't have to worry about that one either. We don't really have anything ready for it yet. Harvested. Yeah, they're harvested and done. Soil fertility is down a bit. We're going to be upgrading our orchard. So that's another thing that we want to do. Maybe we could actually do that now. What have we got? Oh, raspberries. Raspberries are ready to pick. Let's go into there. Machines. Autofill. And just see who we got at the bottom of the list. There's actually all of my employees there. So I'm going to clear these. Tell you what. Let me slow that down a minute. We get rid of that. So why have I only got a few there? I've got 9 in that one. None there. 24 there. 22. This one over here, these are both full. Right, well, we need to hire some more people. So let's go back into our list again, and we go through and get another load of 4s and 5s. It's because we got a load of people going off picking cucumbers at the moment. And that cucumber harvest seems to have taken the entire summer. We've got a huge number of people over there. And they've hardly made any sort of dent in it. It just seems to be like a never-ending supply of cucumbers coming off that field. I am quite pleased about that, I must admit. There is far more cucumbers there than I thought there would be. Go to there, and that one. And then there's another one. Right, how are we doing with the cucumbers? Still top quality. They're absolutely top quality, they are. We've had hundreds of thousands worth coming off that field. I'll go back to seasonal again, and I'll go through and do another run. There's 4, and another 4. And a 5. We got any more? Must be a few more. Seriously, no more at all. Right, well, we're going to here, and then we will go to autofill now. Oh, no. Machine. Autofill. Right, now what are we doing with... There we go. We've got all seasonal employees on there now, so I can accept that. They're going to get going. I'm actually just going to play that a little bit. I've got a greenhouse over here that needs to be harvested. We've got people to go and do that. And I'm going to actually hire, while we start on that, I'm going to hire some more seasonal employees here. Just because we could do with having them around. I think we're going to sort of have a permanent supply of seasonal staff for doing different jobs. How much these different jobs they're going to be doing, I'm not really sure. Because I was thinking about increasing the number of greenhouses that we've got, but at the moment, I'm not so sure. They are good because they do keep the fruit factory sort of going through the winter, and I guess that would actually be a really good thing. If we were to build a load more greenhouses, say, down here somewhere, we'd have more fruit for this. I mean, we don't even need to do that. Could just have the fruit all in one. I could demolish those, and I could build a new line of greenhouses over here somewhere. Just like a big long line along here somewhere. And I could even get rid of that fruit factory. And maybe build a different one. I could get a juice factory instead. Juice factory would be good. What do we got here? Another one there. That's ready to go. Accept. So there's 2 greenhouses that are ready to go. Let me speed that up again. Okay, now. Down in this field here. See, they're still going. But what they're doing is they're picking up in this corner and then they're running all the way down to that tractor. And it doesn't really seem to make a lot of sense to pick them like that. Yeah, well, I think we'll try speeding it up even faster. I'm going to have to zoom out a little bit so that I get a better frame rate on this, because it really does start to slow things down a bit when I speed the frames up. Now, we're on 20th of the 10th. I actually ought to just slow down to play speed a minute. 10th of the 11th is the strawberries in there. I got 1,500 kilos of strawberries left in there. And then over here, I've got 400 kilos of strawberries there. I got a few apples. We got buckwheat, multi-flower, and colza. So yeah, we basically got all three going in there at the moment. In the warehouse here, I got a ton of strawberries. Alright, that's not too bad. The strawberries are still doing okay. We've still got them bringing them over from this side. We're only working strawberries at the moment, although now we're going to be able to start working some raspberries as well, which is good. Quite pleased with that. Look at this! The tractor keeps going to the corner that they're on, and then he's going to another corner and hauling them all back again. It doesn't make any sense. Why are you doing it like this? This is not the way to behave. Right, we've got a field over there that I want to bale. So I will machine and autofill that one. And then I've got a field here that I want to gather up. Machines, autofill, accept. I'm curious if we have another... Oh, hang on. Right, we better just slow down a minute. Now, we're ready to pick strawberries. Raspberries are actually just about done, so we can wait just a moment. But this is the one that I'm curious about. Can I do this with people? Can they bring those bales of straw in? There's not a lot of them here. I can always, like, cancel it later on. But I'm curious what they're going to do. Oh, that's the strawberry field. Right, what are you doing? Let's just speed that up a little bit. I want this one to finish. As soon as that one's finished, we'll then be able to... Because they're not... Yeah, the tractor's going away. It's going in there. He's going to park up. So what are these people doing? You don't get as good a yield, so I'm going to lose. We got 22, nearly 23 tons of strawberries, raspberries from that. And then if I look in here, that one, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so then I can go into here, and I can go to machines, autofill. Seriously, that's it? Everybody has gone over to here. I'm just going to have to leave the strawberries for a minute. So what are they doing? They're going up, and they're breaking open the bales, and then they're running them over this way, and they're going to bring them into this barn over here. I've only got space for 20,000 in that barn, which may end up being a bit of a problem for us. I'm going to have to build a new barn. Yeah, you look at that coming in. I don't think I can store the straw in this one. I don't think the small warehouse takes it. I think it's only the barn that you can put the stuff in. So what happens if the barn is full? If the barn is full, what are they going to do? 99,000 there. Did it put it in here? No. 100,000. Basically, he's parked up and has not done anything with it. Well, that's not a good thing. Okay, let me go over to here. So I got greenhouse. That one's ready to go. Autofill, accept. And I've got over here is this field, which we should be able to do. They should have finished the rest of it by now. And, yeah, we've got a whole load of people there ready to go. Okay, so they can go and pick the strawberries. But we do have an issue here, in that we've got a whole load of bales, and we've got nowhere to put it, which means that we've got to build another barn. So if I go down to there, and then I go to the storage, and I go to barn, like that. Now, the silage section is there, so I want to put this one right there on that corner, I think. It's the perfect spot. You're going to have to move your tractor. You are going to have to move your tractor a little bit. How are we doing in here? So, yeah, that's exactly 100,000. I suppose I could sell some silage. I don't really want to sell silage. I can't be bothered with that. Right, 44 days left on the raspberries. Don't think we're going to get more of those. And if we have a look in here, I got still 1.5 tons of strawberries. We got 11 tons of raspberries in here. That's 10th of the 11th. So we're doing all right at the moment. We're going to have to sell strawberries very soon, I think. Yeah, we're still only strawberries in here. There should be raspberries coming in here soon. What are you doing? You've got raspberries in here. They've gone and collected some. That's a good thing. 28th of the 10th. Yeah, we'll keep it going. Keep it running. And if I move up this way, if we... Oh, yeah, we've got straw up there. But now that it's raining, is this going to spoil the straw? Are we losing our straw if it keeps raining? That field up there is still going quite nicely. I've only got greenhouses left to harvest. I don't think we're going to be getting much more in the way of field harvests after this. I think that's going to be about it. I got to keep a close eye on the date. That's a particularly important thing, that I keep an eye on that date. Right. There I got 6,900 kilos of straw just came in. Where's the rest of it? Are we losing straw off the field, are we? Now, yeah, what was it? What did I pin? And I'm not sure what pinning does. And then that one there. This one here just shows you where it is. It's not that. So where is it? No. I don't know what that pin thing is. Okay, there's another 363 kilo. What is this? Why have I got a truck sat right there? I don't know what that one's doing. But the people did come out, and they did manage to get that. We've got a whole load of... The cucumbers is coming along quite nicely. 12,000 kilos. I've got 139 kilos of those. Weather alert. Low temperature. Right, so that's the end of the raspberries. The strawberries are still doing all right. But yeah, that's yeah, and low temperature, low temperature. Yeah, we'd expect that. That is fully expected. It's not a surprise in the slightest. If that one could just come through. Crops in there are still full. Right, so we have 15,000 kilos of straw there. I just want this field. Machine. No, machines. Autofill. I don't have the trailer yet. Are you parked up? I needed to bring the trailer back. Right, now she's parked up. There we go. Right. Go and get the last of the straw. And then we should be fine. We've got cucumbers being picked like crazy over here. This one right here is making quite a bit of flour now. It doesn't have... We got... Yeah, so we got corn flour, wheat flour, and rye flour. If I have a look in here... 25,000 kilos of cucumbers is blocking up that insects on your field show. That's on the... Yeah, that doesn't matter because that's all going to die. I've got a greenhouse there that needs to be harvested. Autofill. Accept. Okay, 27,000 tons of strawberries have been harvested. Let's slow that down because I've got these strawberries right here. It's that stack there that I want to sell. Oops. No. So what do you do? I want to sell that stack. Why can't I just sell that stack? This stack here that I want to sell. I want to sell all of you. If I... No. I don't want to sell everything because I got 30 tons of the stuff. If I go for 10 tons... let's sell 20 tons. So 20,000 kilos. Sell of fresh strawberries. 17th of the 11th. 10 tons left. Yeah, that's not really how it's supposed to work. They're supposed to take the oldest stuff. Or maybe they have taken the oldest stuff. Maybe that's what's left. I mean, this one here is... Oh, 8th of the 12th. Raspberries are doing okay. It's strawberries that we want to get them to sort of focus on a little bit. How are we doing over in this one? They're doing alright over there as well. We've got more raspberries up there. 16th to the 11th for those. Which is in a few days' time. If I right-click that, it gets rid of it. If I click it like that, it just shows me the list. There, so I got raspberries there. But it's not actually showing the cheapest... Isn't there a way to do this? You go into this one, and you go to trade. There. What about overview of warehouses? Short expiration date. Right, so I got cucumbers there. See, if I click on them, it doesn't actually click on... It doesn't... It only does that list there. It doesn't do all of them. If I do that... So can I set like an auto trade with a date? See, if I do this, I'm going to go in there, and I'm going to go 3908.87. Okay, it really does. It doesn't like point. It absolutely doesn't like point at all. So I go 3908 there, and then I go sell. I think it sold that entire lot. It may have done. It may have done it. We may be in luck. Okay, let's go back to here, and then we want to go to overview of warehouses, short expiration date. A little tiny bit there. 29th to the 11th, 29th to the 11th. We ought to sell all the cucumbers. The pears have got a little bit. It's the raspberries here. So then if I go to trade, there isn't a way to set like a date on... See, I got raspberries right there. 10,900. Sell products when be over this limits in warehouses frequency twice a week. So I could set the limit to 5 tons of raspberries, maybe. Overview. 16th to the 11th. Alright, let's try. It's 16. I got 8 days. So let's just try setting the fruit to a maximum. We'll leave a maximum here. If I go on here, like this, I go... 3, should we leave 3 tons? We'll leave 5 tons. Anything over 5,000. Because if I do that, it trades everything. I don't want to do that. So if I go anything over 5,000, it should trade anything that is over 5 tons. And the same with strawberries here. I'm going to trade strawberries when they are over 2 tons, because they seem to have a shorter shelf life. So when they're over 2,000 kilos, they should trade. In theory. Now, wheat, I don't need to worry about. And the frozen fruit, we're not doing anything with frozen fruit because I was told that it's November. It was actually now. I should be looking at the prices of the frozen fruits now because it's actually, it gets better at this time of year. These here, the weather has gone too low for them, which isn't good. The cucumbers are still being harvested. That's one thing I need to do very quickly. We want to sell all the cucumbers that we got before they expire. Scroll down through. Look, see, cucumbers. The raspberries are on the 14th. They ought to be selling fairly soon. So cucumbers, if I go all of them, 23 tons. That's another 797,000 monies. That's insane. Raspberries there. Now, the problem with the raspberries is it's saying the 14th. That's like 5 days away. So I'm just going to go in here and I'm going to go 9 tons on this. 9,000 of those. Sell. Really? I got 11,000. Sell another 9,000. Now I got 2,600 in storage. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to go 650. And hopefully it will sell that lot. Doesn't seem to have sold that lot. Right. Come out of the market and then we'll go back into the market. And now we'll have another look. So raspberries, we've got 1319. In storage in total, I got 1970. So I don't have a huge number. 14th and 16th. So 14th of November, they are going to expire. So I need... Well, if they don't come in here so they're ready to start processing, we're going to lose them. That's going to be the end of the raspberries. Not going to have any left. I've got a few days. I do have a couple of days, so I can just speed that up a tiny little bit. Let that run through. See here are the raspberries. It's a too low temperature. We'll see what that's like in the spring. I don't know what that's going to do over winter. Could do anything, really. I got straw being done up there. Right, it's on the 10th we're on. It's the 11th that we want to get up to. So here we've got a whole load of other things being sold. I got 3.7 tons of frozen strawberries, 2 tons of frozen raspberries in there. More stuff there. Raspberries. There should be more frozen stuff in that one, I would have guessed. Yep, there we go. It's frozen raspberries. Where's the oh, there's the strawberries. 9 tons of frozen strawberries. Right, it's the 11th now. I'm watching closely on... It's this date here. I'm very concerned about this date. We need to... When it gets to the 12th... I'm not going to play it. I'm not going to get any closer than that. Well, I think we'll just go... We'll run to the 12th. And then we'll stop. Here we go. Run it past the 12th a little bit. There we go. If I slow it down to play speed. And we'll stop there. Right, so warehouse. We've got 528 kilos. I got a truck doing something there in front. What's he picking up? Picking up something. Just put it into the warehouse. And still 500. Oh, it must be going to take stuff away rather than anything else. You have a look in here. So I've got 650 kilos of raspberries there. I don't think we've got any strawberries in here. No, there's another 1,300 there. We don't appear. No, we don't. Right. Pause. We have to sell the rest of the raspberries. We've got none left. That's it. We're not going to risk losing any. I mean, yes, we have got a couple days on some of them. I'm just going to sell the whole lot. I'm going to do that. And I'm going to sell for 46,000. And then strawberries, I got 863 kilos. But they're fine. They're going to last until the 1st. 5th of the 10th. 20. Well, those are expired. They're gone. The pears. We might... I think it's because they're in the pigs. They're actually alright. Is that right? I'm not sure on that. But I think it's because they're sort of in the pig's place that they're actually okay. Straw is doing okay there. We got more cucumbers have gone back in there. This one, warehouse. Right, so where have they gone and put the dry goods? Not in that one. No, no. Is it this one? Yes, there it is. So we got 500 kilos, 400, and 400. This, I guess we've had these about a month. That's my guess. Let's get that one picking. I reckon more greenhouses, and it would justify keeping a load of these people over the winter. We can have one house full over here. Training has finished. I'm just going to pause that a moment, and I'm going to go back to the market, and I'm going to have a look at what the flour does. And I'm also having a look at the prices of some of this other stuff. So, cucumbers, we'll sell those for another 100,000. We've got quite a lot of multi-flower honey. We could let that come down a bit. The colza honey is looking pretty good. Okay, 10 grand for that lot. Buckwheat honey there, 596. There's another 17 grand for that. Sheep's wool, how much we got? Quite a lot. Okay, we'll sell that. Now, it's these flours. So wheat flour at 2.4. All of that, I get 1,000 for that. Now, what was the employees? The employees that we've got in here is Theodore here, who's costing me 647. I'm assuming this is a month. I'm assuming it's each month. So we're getting 1,200 a month for those. Plus that is 1,300 in a month. And if you look in the market, well, I think we've been here roughly a month, but it could have been more, it could have been less. At the moment, I don't sort of fully know. But there, we got 1,133 for that. And then over here, we get another 1,170. And then the corn flour there is 1,900. That's 2,300. We're looking at a good 4 grand. It's just I'm not sure how long we've had it running. I think that is actually profitable, though. I'm getting the distinct feeling that that is now profitable. We got 2,000 for multi-flower honey. Despite the fact it's come down a bit, it's still, I'd say that it's still pretty good. Now, frozen fruit, we got frozen foot, 29. So we're up to almost 30. I'm going to assume that 29.30 is a pretty good price. We'll go there, 386 for our frozen strawberry. 13 tons of those things. There we go. And then raspberries, they've come down a little bit, but they're still not far off. We'll take all of those. It's another 124,000. We'll leave the rest. We'll leave the rest for now. Let those carry on. Right. Yeah, I sold the rest of the cucumbers. So they keep bringing the cucumbers over to that one. I don't really want them to. I got that one in order to put the stuff in from the mill. The idea wasn't to be taking, using up the storage. But I suppose it's only going to be while we're harvesting these cucumbers. And next year, we could build a new field over this side so that cucumbers can be done down here and put into these bigger storages rather than going into that one, and then it should be all okay. So we've got another one to harvest here. I autofill that, accept. There we go. And that's about it, I think. We've done our summer. We've done our busy summer, and we've done it successfully. The only thing that I still want to do, really, is just pause that a second, and I will go back into the training. So we got 3rd level training for pigs. Larger collection of honey by 10%. That takes 60 days. Faster reproduction, cows, sheep, and goats. 10%. Costs 4 grand. Industrial management training for sheep, goats. Reduce the probability of fungi occurring by 10%. let's just start working through the top. That one's 60 days right there. Unlock the 3rd level for those. Now, these here, I'm thinking that we will... Well, I'm hoping that the crop quality comes back up in the spring, and we don't actually need to do anything to them. This is what I was sort of told about this. And then we'll see. I'm not sure what the next fruit or anything is that we're going to do, but it's more greenhouses. I'm seriously thinking that we should have more greenhouses. We get rid of it. We'll probably... That warehouse we could keep... But we could get rid of these, and we could get some more beehives down here, because they do actually seem to work. And we'll get a bigger... Well, all the animals, we're going to have to expand that quite a lot. We're going to have to plan this out carefully, I think. We'll get rid of the small ones, and we'll just basically... We'll have a big building session. How much money have we got? I can't actually see that, because I've got my, my thing up over it. So I need to go to here. So... 3 million monies. We've got 3 million monies, and we haven't yet finished with the cucumber. I'm going to speed this up again. Hopefully we can get this cucumber harvest actually happening. I'd like to try and get at least some of it done. At least some of it finished. A little bit. No, I don't want machine market. I want to go and have a look in here. We got production. So large frozen food factory. I've got that. And then we got the slaughterhouse there. It's 560. I want the bigger one of those. The juice factory, because we'll be building some orchards. Not so much with the tomatoes. I'm not worried about those. We've got the mill. I'm not worried about that one. Large milk processing plant. That one I want in. So we'll sort of put most of those over here, I think. Well, certainly the slaughterhouse and the milk processing. And then we got the large animal areas as well. We haven't unlocked these yet. We've still got to do that. So we got the pigsty, the large shed, which is sheep and goats. And then we got cows there. We got the large chicken coop, which is chickens, ducks, geese, and turkeys. And then we got a medium rabbit warren. It doesn't go to a big rabbit warren. That's as big as we can get. But we'll be using that one for the rabbits. And then we've got the beekeepers' buildings there as well. So we've got a huge number of buildings that I would like to expand into in our next season. Bet with a neighbor, prove you're a better farmer, and collect 2 times corn. How are we going to get... I'm not growing corn in a greenhouse. What a waste of time. I've got to do that. Let's autofill that one a minute. There we go. So I think for the winter... We'll concentrate on building up some greenhouses, which one of the first things I'm going to do is get rid of those greenhouses. We'll demolish the 5 of them. Well, actually, maybe not in the winter. We'll build new greenhouses along here, and I'm actually thinking a line of greenhouses all the way up through would be pretty good, except that we kind of want roads to go around them, don't we? We're finding that having the roads going around them is a pretty good idea. So maybe we'll use an area here, and I'll sort of put a grid network of roads around several greenhouses, and that will actually work out all right. Now, the cucumbers up here, how are we doing? We're about halfway done on this harvest, but if you look closely, they're picking cucumbers on bits of field where there are no cucumbers, so I don't really know what's going on with that. So we're kind of, we'll leave that go. I've got 28 tons in there. I've got 25 tons in there, almost. And then they'll run through and they'll fill that up. But that's all we got time for today, so we will carry on with this in tomorrow's episode. So if you've enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.